lo and behold mo fi Ọlọ́run búra àwọn security agents yìí wọn ò débi táwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí yìí wà. àwọn tó kú nínú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun kọ́ lọ́wọ́ fọ̀rùn kẹ́ wọn a kàn fi wọ́n ṣòfò lásán ni. àdéhùn tíjọ wà láàrin àwọn àti àwọn ajínigbé yìí ẹ má màmá já ẹ má yọnu púpọ̀ á gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ẹni tí wọ́n jí gbé. táwé kóńkó eléyìí tó má tà ń bẹ̀ nípa rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbà wálé padà láyọ̀ àtàláfíà yes a ní interest láti mọ̀nà tá a gbà rí wọn gbà padà. àwọn tó wọnú igbó lọ tó lè wá jábọ̀ fún federal government jábọ̀ fún state government àwọn ló parọ́ fún wọn gbà tán dé. Ṣèyí Mákindé bá sowó òlu yín mọ̀kúmọ̀kú wàhálà ilé ayé tán nu ẹgbẹ́ lọ bí ó bá yẹ kẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ lọ ẹ bá fa tó bá yẹ kẹ́ ẹ bá fà. ṣùgbọ́n lórí ọ̀rọ̀ torí ire tá à ń sọ yìí Ṣèyí Mákindé ní point. àti kò wá sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ pẹ̀lú àwọn àti gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì wọ́n wá lókè káwọn mọ gbàdúrà ṣùgbọ́n káwọn mọ gbàdúrà lórúkọ Jésù káwọn sì mọ jẹ́ káwọn gbọ́ pé àwọn ń gbàdúrà. afẹ́fẹ́ ti fi àtìrí fòrò adìẹ àṣírí ti tú ṣùgbọ́n tó ń dùn mí tó ń bí mi nínú bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé ṣèjọba sáwọn security agents ṣé wọ́n máa ń rò pé gbogbo wa ní Haúsá ni. ìrìn àjò táwọn tí wọ́n jí gbé yìí tí wọ́n rìn débi tí àwọn tó gbé wọn tán wà ó jù ní àjò wákàtí 4 lọ kò yà yín lẹ́nu. àwọn security agents wọn ò débi tí àwọn onísùnmọ̀mí àwọn ajínigbé tí wọ́n wà rárá wọn ò ní àbẹ̀ rárá.
Yorùbá Parapọ̀ TV ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹ máa wò ó ẹ subscribe síbẹ̀ ẹ like ẹ bó bá ṣe ń lọ àwa ò ní jẹ́ kétí yín ó di sí o Yorùbá Parapọ̀ TV àgbàlẹ́tù ọmọdé làwọ̀.
Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní tó bá ti pẹ́ tí a ti ń dàbí bó pẹ́ títí obì á padà yàn ni. fún àǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ohun tí Awíkòkó ń sọ lórí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n gbé ní oríire òun ẹ̀ṣí ẹ̀lẹ̀ tí Olúwa bá wa ṣe tí wọ́n sì ti padà lé. nínú àwọn ìròyìn kan tá a sọ ṣáájú níkànnì yìí tí Awíkòkó ti sọ̀rọ̀ wípé òun ò gbàgbọ́ wípé àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun àti àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí dojú ìbọn kọra wọn tí ó sì sọ wípé àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun sọ wípé àwọn pa odidi àwọn èèyàn 8 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ táwọn tó kù sì gbébọn sá lọ. Awíkòkó béèrè ńgbà náà wípé àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní wọ́n padà àti pẹ̀lú pé ìjà àwọn ológun àti àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí ìjà ń jọ dojú ìbọn kọra wọn bí. ìbéèrè yìí ló ń tawọ́ tasẹ̀ Awíkòkó sọ wípé òun gbà kíní ọ̀hún nínú ìta àṣìṣe iye ètò tá a ṣe gbẹ̀yìn láti fi kíní ọ̀hún sórí àtẹ́gùn níbi táwọn kan ti sọ wípé aláìmoore òun náà làwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wípé ohun tó yẹ ká fi máa dúpẹ́ wípé wọ́n dá àwọn èèyàn yí padà. àwọn tó wá ń sọ wípé báwo ni àwọn iṣẹ́ ológun ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún wípé irọ́ ni iléeṣẹ́ ológun pa fún wa o. ṣùgbọ́n ṣá o Awíkòkó tún ti ṣe àwọn ìwádìí kan nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pé tí wọ́n ń sọ wípé nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí irọ́ ló pọ̀ ń bẹ̀ wípé iléeṣẹ́ ológun àwọn ni wọ́n gbé pẹ́rẹ́gì kaná pẹ̀lú àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí tí wọ́n sì gba àwọn èèyàn ọ̀hún jáde. nínú ẹnìkan tí orí kó yọ tí wọ́n yìí ń ṣe interview fún òun náà ló ti tú pẹrẹpẹrẹ ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún bẹ́ẹ̀ bá gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹnìkan tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán pé orúkọ rẹ̀ ní Sákíọ̀sì sọ òun náà ni Awíkòkó sọ̀rọ̀ lórí nígbà náà. ṣùgbọ́n ìwádìí kan tó ti wá wáyé nígbà níbi tí ẹnìkan tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn tí wọ́n jí gbé ní oríire yìí ibẹ̀ lẹ́ni ọ̀hún ti sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí ṣe sọ fún wọn wípé ó ní olónìí òun náà ni a tú yín sílẹ̀ tẹ́sí máa lọ o tí wọ́n sì júwe ọ̀nà fún wọn. níbi ẹ̀ ni Awíkòkó ti ṣèwádìí tí wọ́n ti rìn fún odidi wákàtí 4 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n dé gbòòrò kó tó wá di pé àwọn sójà dúró dè wọ́n ní títì tí wọ́n sọ pé ẹ̀yin náà láti ń dúró dè ń bì. ohun táwọn ẹni ọ̀hún sọ òun náà ni wípé àwọn rìn fún odidi wákàtí kan kó tó di pé àwọn tún rí ọ̀kadà àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí gan ló sì gbé wọn láti ibi tí wọ́n wà tó náà rìn fún odidi wákàtí kan àbọ̀ kó tó wá di pé àwọn sọ wípé àwọn ò lè gbé wọn kọjá àbí ìmọ̀ o lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ọ̀kadà ọ̀hún gbé wọn tó jẹ́ tàwọn ajínigbé òun náà tún ni wọ́n tún fi ẹsẹ̀ rìn fún odidi wákàtí kan àbọ̀ míì nínú èyí tí wọ́n sọ pé approximately ó máa tó wákàtí 4 ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ tí wọ́n fi rìn nígbà tí wọ́n tún wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìn ọ̀hún lọ òun náà wá rí àwọn sọ́jà wa tó ń dúró dè wọ́n tí wọ́n ní ẹ̀yin náà láti ń dúró dè ń bì látàárọ̀ ẹ máa bọ̀. Awíkòkó ti fìdí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún múlẹ̀ wípé àwọn sọ́jà wa ò yìnbọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n jìjàkadì pẹ̀lú àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí gbogbo ẹni tó sọ pé Awíkòkó tiẹ̀ kọ̀ ó ní tòun ò kọ àti dí Awíkòkó fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Awíkòkó jáde tá a mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ó máa ń tú fèéfèé défi kókò ní láti mọ̀ pé sí lóòótọ́ lọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún Awíkòkó jẹ́ nìkan tó máa ń sòótọ́ kì í sì ìfẹ́ ṣègbè sídìí irọ́. eré ìwádìí ọ̀hún ló sì ń ṣe níbi tí a ti wá fẹnu ọ̀hún ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún jóná nínú fọ́nrán tí wọ́n fi hàn yìí ẹ wò lágbára pọ̀ ìwádìí tó lọ́ọ̀rìn ti wà lórí ẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé àfàìmoore ni kinní ọ̀hún bí kò sí wípé ká fi kinní ọ̀hún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ni o ṣùgbọ́n sáà ohun t'Awíkòkó ń sọ náà ni pé kí iléeṣẹ́ ológun má parọ́ fún wa mọ́ kẹ́sì má parọ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òótọ́ ló yẹ ká sọ kò sí ní tó burú mbẹ̀ bí iléeṣẹ́ ológun bá sọ wípé a ní kí wọ́n kó àwọn ọmọ òun padà pẹ̀lú ìbásọ̀rọ̀pọ̀ láàrin àwa méjèèjì bá a sì mú mọ̀lẹ́bí wọn a sì lọ́ọ́ gba àwọn ọmọ òun padà àwọn kan wá ń béèrè pé arákùnrin òun tó kú ńkọ́ tó jẹ́ sójà tó kú ìwádìí ti wá fi hàn wípé ara sójà tó kú nígbà tán kọ́kọ́ yin bọ́ǹbù nígbà àkọ́kọ́ ni wípé fídíò rẹ̀ náà fi hàn lórí ọ̀kadà wípé nígbà tí wọ́n lọ mọ́tò ni wọ́n gbé lọ kù sọ́kadà ńbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì wo sójà tán sọ kókó ọ̀hún orí ọ̀kadà àárín ọ̀kadà méjì náà gbé sí ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ ńbẹ̀ nínú fọ́nrán tí wọ́n fi hàn wáyìí níkànnì yìí ẹ mọ̀ pé bọ́rọ̀ ọ̀hún bá ṣe ń lọ àwa kì í jẹ́ kí ti ẹnìkankan ó di sí i kí ló bá ṣe ń jábọ́ bí àpò òyèrè náà láàmú abùn yín gbọ́ níkànnì tí ẹ wà náà ní Yorùbá Parapọ̀ TV ọwọ́ ajẹ́gbẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ lẹ́yìn wò wá tàbí tí ẹ̀yin gbọ́ wa ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ò tí ì tẹ subscribe button síbẹ̀ àwa ń bẹ̀ yín ni bá wa tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀ ẹ bá wa dọ̀rẹ́ káwa náà ó sì bá yín dọ̀rẹ́ bàbá sì ṣe ń jábọ́ bí àpò òyèrè ní jẹ́ kí ti yín ó di sí o ẹ wá mú ìgbàgbé o láì tí aago pélébé tí ń bẹ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kúrò ní ọmọ àrán yín létí tá a bá ti ṣàwọn ìwádìí báyìí tá a sì ti jù sórí atẹ́gùn ẹ ta aago pélébé tí ń bẹ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ subscribe síbẹ̀ ẹ já share sí gbogbo orí social media àwọn tó ń sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tàbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ kán lè rí bí kinní ọ̀hún sí ń lọ ẹ já máa bẹ́tù òun bọ̀ ẹ share ẹ tẹ subscribe button síbẹ̀ ẹ ta aago tí ń bẹ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ẹ já máa bẹ́tù òun bọ̀.
àṣírí tó tú yìí ńlọ jẹ́ kí n tó nígbàgbọ́ tó tún pọ̀ sí nínú èrò mi àti ìgbàgbọ́ mi mọ̀ ń bọ̀ látijọ́ tán ti sọ pé wọ́n jí wọn gbé ni mo ti ń kọminú àwọn sọ́jà tí wọ́n láwọn ń tọpa wọn ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ dẹ dání ẹ̀kọ́ fìjìláńtẹ́ dání gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé jáde ó ní kò bá rọrùn láti ṣe kánígbó ọ̀hún ò tóbi jù igbó ọ̀hún ńlọ́jáde síbí ńlọ́jáde síbí ńlọ́jáde síbí ńbo lẹ́gbà wọlé èèyàn mélòó lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ wọgbó bó o lẹ́ṣẹ̀ coordinate àwọn tí ń wọgbó so ó difficult láti ṣe now pé ló fa ìdíwọ́ táwọn security agent tí wọn ò fi ráàyè láti tètè rescue àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn olùkọ́ yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí lèyìn ọjà wo olúfimọ́ lánàá tí mo ṣètò tán mo ṣètò lóru ńgbà tí wọ́n yìí jí mo rí mẹ́sẹ̀jì àwọn èèyàn rẹpẹtẹ lórí fóònù mi kì í ṣe ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ àwọn èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan tàbí kí n pé èèyàn méjì péré ẹnìkan obìnrin ní ọmọ Ìbàdàn ni majority àwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ with sentiment and emotion èmi àkàndọ̀rọ̀ ayókòǹkò kì í ṣètò with sentiment and emotion èmi máa ń sọ ìhà tí nǹkan kọ sí mi bí ọpọlọ mi ṣe gbé mọ́ bí mo ṣe rí sí bí mo ṣe rò pọ́ yẹ kó jẹ́ calculation mi initiative mi ìwọ̀nba ọgbọ́n àtọpọlọ tọ́lọ́ ń fún mi torí bí abámọ̀lúdé làákìlú mọ́ so màmá yẹn kọ lẹ́ntì epistle rẹpẹtẹ ntọkọnú ẹ̀ ní pé Ṣèyí Mákindé ò ní nǹkan kan lọ́pọlọ iye owó báyìí ló kó jẹ igbádogójì èrò wájà kinní kan àwọn wọlé kan wọ́n ṣe kinní kan ó ti talẹ̀ kan ó ti ṣe kinní kan mọ́ ní different case lélẹ́yìí láàyè ọ̀tọ̀ bí Ṣèyí Mákindé bá sọ owó òlu yín mọ́kúmọ́kú wàhálà ilé ayé ìtànnù ẹgbẹ́ lọ bí ó bá yẹ ká ẹgbẹ́ lọ ẹ bá fa tó bá yẹ ká ẹ bá fà ṣùgbọ́n lórí ọ̀rọ̀ torí ire tá à ń sọ yìí Ṣèyí Mákindé ní point mi wá nítorí pé mo fẹ́ ńgbà tí Ṣèyí Mákindé ọ̀gbà nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ mi ìsọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ń rajà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ẹbí mi ò rajà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ kò rajà lọ́wọ́ wa ó wà exchange owó rí ńgbà wúmà yọ bọ̀rọ̀ jẹ́ ọ wá ní ẹ má gbowó lọ́wọ́ Ṣèyí Mákindé o so gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn wà so irritating gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yẹn ṣe kí ni ó wà irritating mo ò gbé irú nonsense wo leléyìí sọ yìí right away mo block mọ̀mọ́ yẹn dànù irọ́ ìpa ó ní I think your perception over the rescue of kidnapped victims has to change. Trust me. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Governor Ṣèyí Mákindé doesn't have his families and children. None of them are living in Oyo State. Nbí ọba wùyàn ní family ẹ̀ lè gbé náà o. Eléyìí ìṣètọ̀dọ̀ tí kì í ṣe ń tó kan èmi. Nbí tó bá ṣe kíni? Nbí tó bá wùyàn ni mọ̀lẹ́bí onítọ̀ lè gbé. Nbí ọba wù Ṣèyí Mákindé ló lè fẹ́ bí ẹ̀ sí. So, in Oyo State it governs, looking like a shit hole. Just take a look at the primary school, nursery school. I'm sure his dogs or chicken, he will not put them inside. Talk less our children. Ẹ lọ wo gbogbo school káàkiri state. Primary and secondary school tó jẹ́ ti government káàkiri state. Kò sí lè tó dá ń bẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá ń sọ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ yàtọ̀ sí Lagos State nìkan. Tẹ́ bá ń sọ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ lọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn kẹ́ lọ fojú lóúnjẹ ẹ wá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun kẹ́ wá fojú lóúnjẹ àwọn iléèwé táwa ti ka primary school gbogbo àwọn kíláàsì yìí ò sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́ àwọn iléèwé táwa ti ka secondary school gbogbo àwọn classes yìí ò sí ń bẹ̀ mọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ iléèwé ló ti dájere ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ iléèwé ló ti wó dànù ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yàrá àkàwé ló ti wó dànù so tí Ṣèyí Mákindé ò bá ṣe nǹkan kan bẹ̀ wọn ọlọ́nà tẹ́ fi bá ṣẹjọ́ lé lórí now gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ìkan nínú àwọn torí kó yọ nínú ìjàmbá ọ̀hún nínú ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjínigbé ọ̀hún Mr. Sakios Ọlátúndé bàbá yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣàlàyé bí ìrìn àjò àwọn ṣe jẹ́ torí pé ẹnìkan náà bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí ó pè mí mo miss kọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ òun náà jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ó wá ní èmi o òun rí ètò kan tí mo ṣe few hours ago tí mo pè lóko báyìí tí mo pè lóko báyìí tí mo pè lóko báyìí ń pé ó wá yà òun lẹ́nu pé mo sọ pé àwọn security agents wọ́n fẹ́ gba ògo iṣẹ́ tí wọn ò ṣe so pọ́ yà òun lẹ́nu mo wá ní ó yà òun lẹ́nu àṣà o àyè ibi tá a bá mọ̀ lóde láàkì ló mọ́ ẹ̀dá kan ò ní ga kọjá èrò kálukú wọ̀ bára mu bọ́lọ̀ bá ṣe kẹ́ wa kò bára mu bá a ṣe rí nǹkan ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ mo ní we see things differently kó sì má gbàgbé pé analyst lèmi nbi tí n bá rí ni mo máa sọ n tí n bá rí ni mo máa sọ bó bá ṣe rí lójú mi ni mo ṣe máa sọ so ló nítorí tilẹ̀ ń tọ́lọ́run ó sì panu ẹ̀ mọ́ àsìkò ti fóònù ọ̀rọ̀ sì lọ now kóńtọ̀ náà wá tẹ́sí ẹ̀bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ kó wá fi gbéyàwó ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ nítorí àtẹnujẹ àbí torí níta jẹ nìkan à ń ṣe nítorí ọ̀la nítorí legacy torí pọ́lọ̀ ọba ní gbé ní ga ṣùgbọ́n kí láá ṣe é lẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn ó tún láǹfààní àti tún wá padà wò lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la ńlá ń gbìyànjú ẹ̀ ìyẹn ló jẹ́ pé bá a bá ṣe rí nǹkan tiwa náà láá ṣe sọ torí wípé nǹkan kan ní máa ń ṣàtọ́kù fún nǹkan kan ìwádìí nǹkan kan ní máa ń mú wádìí nǹkan kan wá àṣírí nǹkan kan ní máa ń ṣàtọ́kù fún àṣírí nǹkan míì bá a bá ń wá nǹkan a lè pàdé tó wúlò fún wa tàbí tí yóò padà wúlò fún wa lójú ọ̀nà bíi tá a ti ń ṣèwádìí ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn tí wọ́n dálẹ̀ lóríire níjọba àbílẹ̀ oríire olùkọ́ 5 akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ 39 tí wọ́n gbòmìnira tí wọ́n gbàdáǹdè táwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun wá láwọn rescue náà ló gbé mi wá now Mr. Sakios Ọlátúndé bàbá ìkẹnu bàlàyé wọ́n dì wọ́n lójú fún 56 days àwọn tó jọkùnrin wọn mọ̀ bóyá yé làwọn wà bóyá ọ̀run ni wọn mọ̀ bóyá pínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ làwọn wà bóyá pínlẹ̀ ibòmíì ni bóyá orílẹ̀-èdè míì tiẹ̀ ni wọn mọ̀ bóò ni wọ́n ṣe rìn ó ní láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ tí wọ́n wá Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ lòun ń gbé ṣùgbọ́n òun á máa sùn lábúlé yẹn tó ń bá ní nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ ṣe àwọn ní test ọlọ́jọ́ méjì Thursday and Friday òun wá wò wípé láti kó l'Ógbómọ̀ṣọ́ máa lọ sí bẹ́ẹ̀sì òun láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ test gangan lójú ọ̀nà tí ò ṣe trust pẹ̀lú ọkọ̀ tí ò ṣe trust táyà lè jò ẹ́ńjìn lè ní 40 nǹkan kan lè ṣẹlẹ̀ kó wọn má dára òun lọ́wọ́ kọ́ kó wọn dúró síbẹ̀ náà kó wọn sùn ń bẹ̀ kí ṣé ó lè bà yá àwọn tí ń ṣe test lọ́wọ́ òun kàn gbọ́ tí gbogbo iléèwé dàrú ni táwọn máa ń pariwo bandit 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 ń wá wò pé kí ni ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ti bójú window bọ́ta olùkọ́ kejì táwọn jọ ń coordinate test invigilate test òun náà ti bójú window sálọ òun náà bójú window ṣùgbọ́n arthritis mò ń lẹ́sẹ̀ kan bíbalẹ̀ tó wọ́n balẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kíláàsì orí ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ló ń balẹ̀ lé lórí ohun ò lórí ọ̀fẹ́ àti gbéra mọ́ ohun ò lè rìn mọ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n tẹ̀lé wọn dúró tòun wá ní kán máa lọ́n tí wọn kán máa dúró de òun àwọn eléyìí ń lọ òun wá sápamọ́ sínú igbó aṣọ green ló ń wọ̀ aṣọ iléèwé àwọn white àti brown ni funfun lòun dámọ̀ lábẹ́ igbó ṣùgbọ́n green òun lẹ̀ bẹ́bẹ́ sáàrin Akíntọ́lá ń bẹ̀ pẹ̀lú igbó tó tíìk tòdí ẹsẹ̀ pé agbésùmọ̀mí kan tó rí òun kò mọ̀ pé èèyàn ni ó dẹ̀ tẹ òun lẹ́sẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ kọjá ṣùgbọ́n tòsí ibi tó ń wà akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan ń bọ̀ tó ń jóbìnrin ó rí òun kò wá lọ mọ́ òun sọ pé kó máa lọ kó máa sá lọ kò lọ ó dúró sí tòsí ọ̀kan wájú òun akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ òun ni wọ́n mú lakẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wá wọ̀dọ̀ òun ló wá rẹ́rìn wíwò tó wọ̀dọ̀ tó rẹ́rìn ní làwọn yẹn fi mọ̀ pé èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sábẹ́ igbó náà fi ró òun ó ní bọ̀bọ́ yẹn kọ́kọ́ sí àwọn ojú ẹ̀ ń gbé ṣé èèyàn lélẹ̀ àbí kíni ìgbà tó rí pé èèyàn ló wá ní kó wọ́n jáde bọ́n ṣe mú àwọn nìyẹn àti gbọ́ gbogbo ìrìn àjò bí wọ́n ṣe rìn dénú igbó wọ́n ṣe fi mọ́tò principal gbé wọn débi tán ti fọ̀kadà gbé wọn kí n má bàa lo àmì fàágùn because ẹ máa gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu máa yẹn gangan fúnra lára ẹ̀ ó máa explain Kẹ́mi Àkàndá Àwíkòǹkò tó máa tẹnu mọ́ nǹkan lemọ́lemọ́ tàbí kí n tó sọ wípé wọn gba nǹkan gbọ́ ó ń láti jẹ́ pé mo kẹ́fi tàbí mo rí Ọlọ́run kẹ́mi bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní ẹ rescue àwọn èèyàn àwọn security agent láwọn neutralize àwọn kan àwọn arrest àwọn kan kí ló dé tá a rí picture àwọn tẹ arrest they are not suspect again ẹni tá a bá pa lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ló fapájá that is ọwọ́ wọn lẹ ti bá àwọn èèyàn ókè o ẹ wá gbà wọ́n jáde ọ̀daràn làwọn tẹ́ tó mú wọn ìsàfurasí ókè ó yẹ ká rí picture wọn kódà kan jáfurasí ọ̀daràn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ń pàrédè àwọn ọmọ yahoo ẹ̀ ń pàrédè àwọn tó jalè ẹ̀ ń pàrédè àwọn tó górí àwọn tó lọ wú òkú oríṣiríṣi lẹ́ ń pàrédè kí ló dé tẹ̀lé pàrédè àwọn àjọ ọmọ gbé so and again àwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ neutralize fídíò wẹ̀dà lo and behold mo fi Ọlọ́run búra àwọn security agents yìí wọn ò débi táwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí yìí wà àwọn tí ń lọ wájú ọ̀wẹ̀yìn kálukú ọmọ ibi tó rí ń gbé àwọn rè wọ́n rìn more than 40 minutes to 1 hour kí wọ́n tó débi tí ọ̀kadà ti ń dúró dè wọ́n láti gbé wọn láàrin inú igbó ọ̀kadà rìn more than 1 hour kó tó já wọn síbì kan wípé kí wọ́n mọ fẹsẹ̀ wọn rìn lọ ìgbà tán bá máa rìn 1 hour wọ́n á débi tí àwọn tí ó gbé wọn tó ti ń dúró dè wọ́n àwọn rìn close to 2 hours again ńgbà tọ́kadà sọ pé ibi tó ń lè dáwọn ọ̀kadà sọ pé ibi táwọn lè dé tí wọ́n lè lè àwọn ọ̀lọ́mọ́ kí wọ́n tó ẹ̀sẹ̀ débi táwọn DSS park mọ́tò sí ẹjá mọ́ farabalẹ̀ ẹni tó wà ń bí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí kìí sí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n pé kìí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́sọ látọ̀nu ẹnìkan afẹ́fẹ́ ti fi àtìrí fòrò adìẹ àṣírí ti tú ṣùgbọ́n tó ń dùn mí tó ń bí mi nínú bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé ṣèjọba sáwọn security agents ṣé wọ́n máa ń rò pé gbogbo wa ní Haúsá ni ṣé máa ń rò pé gbogbo wa ni kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́n láàrin wa mọ́ kò sẹ́ni tó nírònú tó láròjinlẹ̀ láàrin wa mọ́ ẹ lè blame wọn ilé ayé la wà tẹ́nìkan jáde tó ní ejò gbówó mì bóyá 40 something million àbí 53 million gbà náà ó lè ejò gbówó mì ìkan náà ní ọ̀bọ kówó jẹ ní Nàìjíríà àtàjọ wáyé náà ni so wọ́n ti ń fẹ̀gbìn ọ̀hún lọ̀ wá ti pẹ́ a sì ń gbà á mọ́ra now àwa ní rescue ti Ọ̀yọ́ Odòyọ̀ National Park tó wáyé táwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni lò 56 days nínú ìgbèkùn pé ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà wọ́n kalẹ̀ ó lọ́wọ́ kan àbòsí nínú Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń pe àjọ àgbáyé United Nations àtàwọn àjọ bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí wọ́n wá bóun ṣèwádìí gbogbo akẹ́yìn lé ní o ẹni tí ó ṣépè ẹni tí ó bẹ́ẹ̀bú bó ti politicize ẹ̀ pé kí ló ń try láti insinuate kí ló ń try láti sọ lo and behold apology to Ṣèyí Mákindé in that area kọ́lọ̀ ń foríjì wá kó sì mọ́ torí ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́rọ̀ gbá wa lẹ́nu Àkàndá ọ̀rọ̀ Àwíkòǹkò Àjàó ọ̀rọ̀ Àwíkòǹkò aṣọ lójú ọlọ́rọ̀ ẹni ọgbẹ́jọ́ ẹnìkan tó sọ̀pánù bọ́ bá gbọ́ òdì kejì ẹjọ́ yóò tún tọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀mú padà Ṣèyí Mákindé ní kí wọ́n ṣèwádìí lo and behold lóòótọ́ ni I can say that categorically wípé a need láti wádìí rescue mission yìí síwájú sí i ntí iléeṣẹ́ ológun sọ fún wa nípa àwọn dáná ìbọn fúnra wọn káwọn tó neutralize àwọn kan ìrìn àjò táwọn tí wọ́n jí gbé yìí tí wọ́n rìn débi tí àwọn tó gbé wọn tán wà ó jù ní àjò wákàtí 4 lọ kò yà yín lẹ́nu àwọn security agents wọn ò débi tí àwọn onísùnmọ̀mí àwọn ajínigbé tí wọ́n wà rárá wọn ò ní abẹ rárá ṣé kò yà yín lẹ́nu irú orílẹ̀-èdè tá a wà ta ló ṣẹ̀dá country yìí ta ló fi rọ́pìlẹ̀ ilé ayé wa ta ló ní ká mọ̀ tanra wa ká sì mọ̀ gbára wa gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ Mr. Àwíkòǹkò eléyìí tó má tà ń bẹ̀ nípa rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbà wálé padà láyọ̀ àtàláfíà yes an interest láti mọ̀ ọ̀nà tá a gbà rí wọn gbà padà ó yẹ ká mọ̀ so kí n má gbà kókò n fẹ́ kọ́rọ̀ tó kù ó jáde lẹ́nu mi mo fẹ́ kó jáde lẹ́nu Mr. Sakios fúnra lára ẹ̀ kó ṣàlàyé bí Ṣu ṣe kú ọjọ́ tí wọ́n rìlíìsì ẹ̀ tán rìlíìsì wọn ó láwọn báńdì yẹn wọ́n láwọn ò kì í ṣe báńdì àwọn ò kì í ṣe boko iswap làwọn wọ́n ní kọ̀mándà nínú igbó wọ́n ní overall commander aláṣẹ now ọjọ́ tí wọ́n fi àwọn lẹ̀ yìí wọ́n kàn déédéé láàárọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń bá wọn ṣàwàdà wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ó dá o tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ gba táwọn débẹ̀ wọn ò jẹ́ káwọn gbàdúrà nígbà tí kò wá sí ọ̀nà àbáyọ pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn àti gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wọ́n wá lókè káwọn mọ gbàdúrà ṣùgbọ́n káwọn mọ gbàdúrà lórúkọ Jésù káwọn ó sì mọ jẹ́ káwọn gbọ́ pé àwọn ń gbàdúrà ńgbọ́ wá tún di àárọ̀ njọ́ tó fẹ́ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ń wá ní àdúrà yín ti gbà torí pé láàárọ̀ ilẹ̀ ń lọ can you imagine that kì í ṣe pé security agents ló débẹ̀ tó bá wọn jà tó gbà wọ́n wálé àwọn rìn lọ síbi tí àwọn páàkì sí tí mọ́tò wọn lè dé ọdún 8 tí wọ́n bá ń wá nugbó yẹn wọn ò lè ríbi tán kó àwọn èèyàn yẹn sí taxis tọ́lọ́ ń fáwọn DSS láti arrest láti mọ àwọn family àwọn yẹn láti arrest àwọn family wọn fi fídíò hàn wọ́n ló rescue àwọn oríire school children o àtàwọn teacher wọn ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa àdéhùn dẹ̀ ti wà láàrin àwọn security agents àtàwọn ajínigbé yẹn tá a bá ti fa àwọn students yìí lẹ̀ ẹ fa àwọn family wálẹ̀ bó dẹ̀ ṣe rí nìyẹn kí ló dé tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ò rìkọ́ọ̀dù family àwọn ajínigbé yìí tí wọn ò rìkọ́ọ̀dù wọn fún wa kí ló dé tán prosecute wọn kí ló dé tán fa àwọn family wọn arrest wọn pé kán máa bọ̀ nílé so now ẹ jẹ́ ṣàlàyé fúnra wa and if I may ask, if finding the source for the rescue mission, who will you hold accountable? The federal government or the state? Kò sẹ́ni tí mo lè hold accountable náà méjèèjì. They both tried their effort. Ẹ má ṣì mí gbọ́ o. Ṣèyí Mákindé gbìyànjú on his own side. Ibi tágbára ẹ mọ ó ṣe dé. Federal government gbìyànjú on their own side. Àwọn security agent ló fún wa ní gbódídí sán. Àwọn tó wọnú igbó lọ. Tó lè wá jábọ̀ fún federal government jábọ̀ fún state government àwọn ló parọ́ fún wa ń gbà tán dé. Because lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà kò sí tó burú téèyàn bá ní àkóyawọ́ kẹ́dọ̀ ọmọ sòótọ́ ó dáa púpọ̀ àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n olórin ti kọ́ sẹ́yìn òdodo ní gbórílẹ̀-èdè léèké káfíìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan kájọ gbógo ilẹ̀ yìí ga òdodo tí gbórílẹ̀-èdè léèké ó wá sí Nàìjíríà àwọn security agent yẹ pé wọ́n fẹ́ gba oríyìn fúnṣẹ́ tí wọn ò ṣe iṣẹ́ ìwò ni wọn ò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ wọn yàtọ̀ sádẹ́tẹ̀ ńgbà mo lé mú mọ́ gbá lójú wọ́n ní wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wàlé ìkànnà báyìí agbọ́ ti gbígbá lójú èékánná ń bolo tìrẹ èékánná wọ́n wọnú igbó wọ́n rí àwọn tí wọ́n jí gbé wọ́n rí wọn kó jáde padà all correct agbé pẹ́rẹ́gì ìbọn kaná pẹ̀lú àwọn tá a bá nú igbó arrest àwọn kan neutralize àwọn kan wọn ò arrest àwọn kankan tàbí kó jẹ́ pé ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tí wọ́n arrest wọn ò dẹ̀ neutralize ẹnì kankan nú igbó èmi àkàndọ̀rọ̀ àwíkò kó challenge federal government àtàwọn security agents àwọn ìwo ni wọ́n neutralize nínú igbó kán ṣò ẹ̀ fún wa a fẹ́ mọ̀ a fẹ́ rí àwọn ìwo ni wọ́n arrest kán ṣò ẹ̀ fún wa tí ìbá ṣàwọn tí wọ́n arrest ń bò míì náà máa ṣò fún wa ẹ máa gbọ́ fúnra lára yín nìsín kò sí nǹkan tó ní kẹ́ mọ́ sòótọ́ àwọn èèyàn yìí rìn wá bá wa ní o àwọn ajínigbé yẹn ti fẹsẹ̀ fẹ́ ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà lọ àmọ́ adúpẹ́ parí wọn láyọ̀ àtàláfíà gbogbo a máa gba kámú federal government ò jẹ̀bi gbogbo alájọ jẹ̀bi insecurity ní Nàìjíríà ṣùgbọ́n federal government ò jẹ̀bi wọ́n sápá wọn at least wọ́n ru àwọn èèyàn dìde láti lọ state government ò jẹ̀bi ó take proactive action immediately tí ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ Ṣèyí Mákindé ò jókòó àwọn security agent lọ́yọ̀ state wọn ò jókòó ti federal ò jókòó ṣùgbọ́n àwọn tó wọnú igbó àmọ́ límìtì tẹ́ṣẹ́ tán ṣe ìbéèrè tí mo béèrè ààrẹ ni dá mi lóhùn ọjọ́ mélòó náà lò nú igbó kí làwọn security agents ń jẹ́ nú igbó ọjọ́ mélòó náà fi padà wálé ìrìn àjò tí wọ́n rìn ó yé mi pé wọ́n ti mọ̀ wípé àwọn ó gba àwọn èèyàn yìí, wọ́n dẹ̀ ti mọ sport táwọn ó ti rí wọn. Àdéhùn ti jọ wà láàrin àwọn àti àwọn ajínigbé yìí. Ẹ má màmá já, ẹ má yọnu púpọ̀, ẹ má dààmú rárá. Ẹ já gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu ẹni tí wọ́n jí gbé.
On that particular day, because I stayed over in that community, I slept over there. So I did come from Ogbomoso, but I stayed over there on that particular day. So when I got to school, when the students were coming, so when they came, I was only staff in school, and we are having tests. We are conducting tests for that Thursday and Friday. So I took the DSS 1 to 3 to the school hall to go and conduct tests for them, because I know the difficulties you do encounter when coming to school. At times you have flat tires, mechanical faults, technical faults, and the rest. So I've been preparing the JSS 1 to 3 ahead. I divided them into the hall. I was the only one exhibiting the test, hoping that other staff are on their way coming. So when the others came, they come and meet me where I was conducting the test. So one was my junior colleague, one we are of the same level. So I gave them part of SS1 and 2, the test for SS1 and 2, the questions that we are getting. So I told them that they should keep it. They should divide it by themselves. Which class they will go to. So I went back inside the hall. So where something around maybe to 9 when our principal arrived. When she arrived, so there's another younger staff. So that one came to greet me. So I told him to go and monitor GSS 2. So I was monitoring GSS 1 and 3. We were inside the hall. So I and that junior colleague, we were at the back. We were not at the front of the school. So we don't know much that happened. So we were in the hall with the students. The other staffs were in front because the hall was at the back. So we can't see what was happening in the field and other places. So what we just had, we just heard the moment of a bike. Immediately we had a shot of gun. They were shooting sporadically. So our students the voice we were hearing from our students, they were saying bandit. And prior to that time, I had arthritis on my left leg.
Okay.
So I was unable to walk. I was just like, my movement was not that okay. I was just managing myself. So the Bible says, there's nothing I could do. I didn't know it is my own work. I will not go to school that week. But I need to manage to go.
Okay.
Because it's government work. Okay. So the next thing I think I can do, I saw students, they were jumping to the school, the hall window. They were escaping through the hall window. Okay. Including the junior staff I said I was with me with JSS2. He jumped through the window and they were running inside the bush. The thing I could also do was to jump through the window. So when I jumped through the window, when I wanted to land, I landed with the left leg. I had arthritis.
Oh my God.
So immediately I knew there is problem today. So I was unable to walk. All other students that flew through the window that with me. So we were moving together. I was still managing to move. So I was drawing them. They were moving with me. They were saying that I was telling them, let's go. We were going together. So until we get to the spot, I was unable to move again. So I hid under that grass. So I used one of the thick leaves to cover my leg so that they will not see my leg. And immediately I saw another student coming towards me. So that one saw me. She said, Oga, I told them, please, you go. Don't worry about me. I said, don't worry about me. Just go. Just go. I will be okay. You cannot capture me. Because I was sure they will not capture me. So all those students were saying, Oga, they were running away. So I told them to go. They should please, they should do. So because the clothes I wore was grey. The color was the same in the grass where I was. So I lay down inside the grass. The grass was $30 like me. They need to go. Don't stay with me because our uniform was white and brown. I know they will see the appearance of that clothes, that white clothes, if they bend down. I told them to move. They did not move. They now went to stay in my front. So when their commander was coming, he didn't know that I was human being. So he passed by me, he didn't know. So he saw the white uniform. Hello?
Yeah, of the student.
Yes, of the student. So he wanted to go and take that student. So when he got to the student, he unpicked the student. So when he picked the student smiled. I don't know what happened to the student. When the student smiled, the student looked at the position I was. So their commander also looked at me. So he looked at the position that girl was looking at. He saw me. So when he saw me, he opened his mask. He was thinking like, is this human being or what? You know, I said he has passed by me and he didn't know that I am a human being. So he opened his mask. So when he opened his mask, like, is this human being? So he told me, stand up. That was how I was captured. Oh. So that was what made it difficult, because when I got home, my wife was telling me that everybody was saying, they trust me, they cannot capture me. If it turns to running, nobody can meet me. So the students were saying they know I am alive, that nobody captured me. You know, they were sure that I hide somewhere. So that was why it was difficult for everybody to believe I was part of those that were taken, that I was abducted.
All right. So how what kind of support have you received, from the authorities? I know you were kept in the hospital at 2 Brigade, if I'm not mistaken, at the hospital there. Then they took you all to Lautech Hospital. So are you currently receiving any support, psychological support, financial support, just to help you get back to yourself? Is there anything that you're getting? Because you know that some promises have been made. For instance, the principal got some promise of a car, from a number of persons. So are you and your other fellow teachers who were abducted also getting any support?
Actually, the utmost support for now should be head wisely.
Okay.
And the government, in person of His Excellency Governor, he has tried. He tried his best.
Okay.
Even, and we thank God that the best, God has favored and honored the best he tried.
Okay. But you've not gotten any financial support?
We have tried their best. We have all been discharged except for some maybe 2 or 3 kids.
Okay.
That they are still in the hospital.
Okay.
Because I was discharged yesterday night.
Okay.
So when I did the employment, that's where I was posted to, until now I am still in that school. So we have been hearing some scenario of bandit attack, but this is the first one that is pertaining to coming to school to abduct school staff and students as well as pupils. We have been hearing before that they have been kidnapping people, seeking for ransom and the rest.
Okay.
So, but in terms of financial support, actually we don't know what the government is doing. It's going to do for us, but he said he will support the family, but he knows what he's going to do. But for other people that have been coming with financial support, we only saw one, and that one was done when we were in Ibadan. So.
Èmi kọ́ ni mò ń question government, ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ni sọ ló question government, ló question authenticity security agencies. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lo sense ìwọ́jà farabalẹ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ni gbogbo àǹkọ́lé ayé. Okay, ẹni sọ pé you can believe whatever you want to believe as a content creator. They have delivered to the person that send them out, and the federal government believes so. Who are you to ask otherwise? Maybe we should stop being foolish and sentimental sometimes. Ẹ gbọ́, ẹni tó wà nínú ìgbèkùn ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹni tí wọ́n arrest, ẹni tí wọ́n kidnap ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, kì í ṣe èmi ni mò ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ má máa wà sentiment, ẹ má máa wà too emotional, ẹ má máa ṣe bí ẹni tó mọ gbogbo nǹkan tán, ẹ má jẹ́ ẹni tó farabalẹ̀. Tiwa ni láti n tó bá ṣókùnkùn láti wá síta. That is my own and that is my life, that is part of me. I don't care about what anybody see, what anybody believe. N tẹ́mi believe ọ̀tọ̀, n tọ́lọ̀ fi dá ọpọlọ fún gbogbo wa nìyẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ ká take it easy.
Just envelope every one of us.
Okay.
So, well, in terms of our principal, we are just saying maybe the principal has been given 2 or 3 cards, but I don't know how sure it is. No.
As at now, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n rescue yìí, promise nìkan wọ́n gbọ́, wọn ti fulfill kankan bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyẹn náà tó discuss.
Rumors and fake news and the others.
Kò tí ṣàlàyé bá ṣe rescue wọn.
But the one I'm sure is that everyone was enveloped when we were in Ibadan.
Okay, by a good Nigerian Samaritan. How did you survive for 56 days? Were you being fed by these terrorists? Because I tell you what, the whole country was.
For all 56 days, wọ́n fẹ́ nu kata, rice àti epo.
Were you rescued?
Ibi tí mo gbé wà nù.
The way we were rescued was miraculous. It was your people's prayer and God's help. Let me put it that way. So they were the one that just come to us, and they actually, after we have spent some.
They were the one that just come to us that fateful day. Kì í ṣe pé wọ́n jà dọ́dọ̀ wọn. ká make clarity nǹkan ẹ má máa take effort anybody for granted kò sẹ́ni tó rubbish effort government àwọn tó lọ sínú igbó tán jáde síta wá sọ another thing fún wa they have to clarify it fún gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà not for me I am nothing but Nigeria deserve better.
If there's some month there, when we got there, they were telling us we should not pray. But when after a month, they told us that we should be praying, but we should not call the name of Jesus out. And whenever we are praying, we should not pray out so that they will see. But it got to an extent. When they see that maybe they also observed that things was not the way they want, they told us to be praying. So we were also praying inside until the last day when their commander came. And they were just laughing, they were smiling, so they said we should thank God that we have been freed. That was what.
Can you imagine? Nígbà tí commander wọn wá, wọ́n ní you guys should be thanking God that you have been freed. Àwọn èèyàn yẹn ló release wọn. Ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà release wọn iṣẹ́ àwọn DSS ni, ẹ má ṣe mí gbọ́. DSS ti ní family wọn lọ́dọ̀. Wọ́n record fídíò family wọn, wọ́n send ẹ̀ sí wọn, wọ́n wò ó. Ìwọ nbí dáàdì ẹ lélẹ́yìí síbí màmá rẹ rèé nbí ìyàwó rẹ rèé nbá àwọn ọmọ rẹ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta lélẹ́yìí wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí bí nǹkan bá ṣàwọn tó wà nínú igbó àwọn èèyàn náà ò ní kú òǹbí láyọ̀ àtàláfíà ẹ fi àwọn èèyàn yẹn sílẹ̀ káwa náà release àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí yín nǹkan fi release wọn nìyẹn o bọ́ǹgbà táwọn security agent dé kí ni ìròyìn tí wọ́n fún wa mọ̀ ń bọ̀.
Actually, what you said is difficult to say on air, but I will just say the little I can say about it because many people, when we came out, when we were there, we were blind. Not ordinary blindfolded, but we were blind. We don't even know if we were in Nigeria or other country because we don't know anything. We don't know where we are. We don't know what is happening. We were saying maybe the government has forgotten us. So, but all I could say is that all the prayers people prayed for us, God answered the prayer. But in time of feeding, those people, they really tried for us. Be sincere. They really tried for us. Right from the day we were abducted, they have told us on the way we were going that if we cooperate and the government cooperates, there will be no problem. Hope you get what I'm saying.
What language did they speak to you in?
They were speaking Hausa, but some are English. So we're speaking English, Yoruba.
Oh, you're speaking Yoruba?
Yes, they were speaking Yoruba, but they were not Yoruba people.
Wọ́n kàn gbọ́ Yorùbá.
Okay, but
not Yoruba, but they were speaking Yoruba. Some of them were speaking Yoruba to us.
Okay.
Some were speaking in English. Some were speaking in Hausa language.
Okay. How?
The next day we should open our eyes because the two men that came out alive, we were blindfolded, we were handcuffed, our leg was chained as well.
Thank God.
They told us to open our eyes, to open the cloth from our eyes, and they came to use the chain and the ankle.
And then they asked you to go, or did they take you to a particular spot?
Did they ask you to go or they take you to a particular spot? Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kan bí yìí. Majority wa ń gbà tá bá wà nínú ìnira. A máa ń sọ̀rẹ́. Bàbá rí ìtúsílẹ̀ àlèmọ́ràn tí ẹnìkejì mọ́. Do you believe? Máà tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, they left him behind. Àwọn tó kù ẹ̀ dẹ̀ lọ. Níbi ìgbà tán rescue wọn, tán sọ pé kán máa lọ, tán dẹ̀ rí pé ẹnìkan sì kú ńlẹ̀. Ṣé bó yẹ káwọn tó kù dúró kí wọ́n má lọ ni? Lo and behold, wọ́n lọ o. Wọ́n fi ilẹ̀ kí ló dòun dúró anchor fọwọ́ ẹ̀ ò tètè yọ àwọn tó kù dẹ̀ ti ń lọ.
No, I mean these people that captured us, these Boko Haram, they said they are not bandits, and they said they are not Boko Haram, but they said they are ISWAP.
Okay, so where did they take you to before releasing you? Or did they take you back to Rire or where? When they released
actually, as I told you before, I was the last person that was captured in school, and as well I was the last person that was released in that bush.
Okay. Because
the uncle that was on the boat teachers, the teacher is not ordinary teacher, it's even my VP. It's my VP, so I'm the school counselor. So when the uncle there was particularly they wanted to lose the uncle when we want to eat. So the uncle the key now break. So when the key break, that man's hand was loose, so the uncle was with me till the day they release us. So there was no need to lose the handcuff from my hand. That was the way I was carrying the handcuff. So when they released us, everybody had gone.
Everybody are gone.
So they now said, I cannot carry this handcuff.
Everybody are gone. Àwọn yẹn wá sọ pé ìwọ ò lè lọ àlè jẹ́ kó gbá handcuff lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Wọ́n wá nǹkan tán fẹ́ fi yọ handcuff lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ìkànnì wọn suggest pé ẹja gé ọwọ́ wèrè dànù járe commander wọn ló wá ní no now kí lè fẹ́ gé fún ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù wọ́n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní try láti yọ handcuff yẹn kúrò sáwọn sọ́jà lọ rescue wọn bẹ́yẹn.
That they will look for a way to use the handcuff. So,
God bless you. They said they engaged the bandits and which led to the death of the soldier. No. Ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ọjọ́ tán kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ rescue wọn ni sọ́jà yẹn ti kú kìí ṣègbà tí wọ́n lọ. Lóòótọ́ ni wọ́n sọ fún apá àwọn engage wọn ńgbà tán débẹ̀ pé àwọn wá neutralize àwọn kan àwọn arrest àwọn kan ìyẹn nírọ́ méjèèjì nírọ́ wọn ò neutralize ẹnìkankan wọn arrest ẹnìkankan. Tán bá arrest èèyàn tán bá jáde fún alọ́la pé àwọn arrest èèyàn kankan o that means ọ̀tọ̀lẹ́ tí wọ́n dán wọ́n tán arrest. Awikonko, this shows that you did not pay attention to the information given by the government. The bandit accepted to release the captive after the bandit family was kidnapped. The same thing náà lájọ́ ń sọ. Táwa mú jáde ń bí nìsín ó ní wípé àwọn sọ́jà ò ní contact kankan pẹ̀lú àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí nínú igbó. Wọn ò ríra wọn ò fojú kanra wọn. Nǹkan jáde wá sọ fún wa ni wípé àwọn arrest 8 suspects. Àwọn dẹ̀ neutralize others. Tíjọba bá tí iléeṣẹ́ ológun bá sọ fún wọn pé àwọn neutralize àwọn afurasí ọ̀daràn kan ó túmọ̀ sí pé wọ́n pa wọ́n. Ìyẹn nígbà tí ìjà ṣe gun battle wáyé láàrin méjèèjì àwọn kan ti kú ìyẹn ni pé wọ́n neutralize wọn. Èmi wá jáde lánàá mo ti ń sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé tán bá neutralize èèyàn iléeṣẹ́ ológun máa kó òkú wọn wálé. Wọ́n lè pààyàn kan fílẹ̀ nugbó ta náà fílẹ̀ dé nugbó. Sorry o ẹ má bínú èèyàn. Ẹni sọ wípé the soldier later ran after the bandits and they freed the captive and attacked them. No láíláí ẹ má mọ àmọ̀já distance táwọn ajínigbé yẹn wà sáwọn sọ́jà ó lé ní 5 hours journey. Màá proof ẹ̀ fún nínú tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi ó lé ní 5 good hours journey or more than 4 hours journey. Wọn ò mọ ibi tán lè trace wọn sí mọ́. Because fúnra àwọn tán release yìí ni wọ́n lọ rìn báwọn sọ́jà bí tí ìdọ́dọ̀ àwọn sọ́jà. Mọ́tò DSS ló fi bọ́ọ̀sì méjì ránṣẹ́ síwájú. Àwọn yẹn gan wọnú mọ́tò wọn torí wọ́n bìlì pé DSS ni wọ́n. Wọ́n bìlì pé lára àwọn Haúsá tó mú àwọn lára àwọn Fúlàní tó mú àwọn náà làwọn tó dúró yìí pé bóyá àwọn fẹ́ kó nínú ayanran bọ́ sínú náà ni àwọn fẹ́ kó lọ́wọ́ kú bọ́ sọ́wọ́ àrùn kọ́ mọ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń gbé àwọn lọ sórílẹ̀-èdè tán fẹ́ lọ tà wọ́n sí wọ́n wọnú mọ́tò yẹn. Until tí kọ́ tó wáyé tán tó gbẹ́ tó sọ Yorùbá pé ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ ẹ farabalẹ̀ àwa náà lásọ pé kán wá gbé yín kò sí ìjà láàrin àwọn sọ́jà pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn yìí. Yes, God bless you sir. The government said they neutralized some and capture 8 people. God bless you sir. Ẹ jẹ́ mọ́ farabalẹ̀ tọ́rọ̀ bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwa kan tó wá ń dẹ́ho ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn síwájú sí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ò clear lóòótọ́. Ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ máa yẹn jàre ẹ gbọ́ bọ́n ṣe fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Wọ́n lè pààyàn kan fílẹ̀ ẹnu gbóṣá wọ́n gbókù wọn délé. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ló mọ bí ó ṣe sin bọ́n ṣe sinrú wọn. Àrí fútéèjì àrókù àwọn tán gbé wálé àrá àwọn tán àrẹ́sì àwa kan ò believe. Ńgbà Ṣèyí Mákindé wá ní wọ́n láti investigate majority wá kẹ́yìn bò ó. Ìpẹ́rú èèyàn wo ni gan àmọ́ pé ó mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ.
one of them said maybe they should cut off my hand. So the other side, no, they should not cut off my hand. Though, that they should not worry. That they will look for a way to handcuff me. So he now went to look for just small tiny rope. It was the tiny rope he used to use the handcuff. Okay. So that was how I was also released. Okay. So my people had gone far. I don't know how the route they took. I was just hearing their sound. So I was just running towards
ẹ máa gbọ́rọ̀ lọ o.
the direction. Their commander called me again. He pointed gun at me. He said, "Come." When he pointed gun at me, he said, "Come." I was afraid. What do you mean this week? Is this how I'm going to die?
That's it.
To come back.
The ISWAP commander, the terrorist commander.
The one inside the bush, their commander inside the bush. I can say maybe their chief commander. Let me put it that way. Their chief commander. He called me because I should come. So where am I going? I said, I don't know where I told you the route my people passed. Now told me to come. So when I got to him, he told me that I should take this route.
Now, ṣé mọ̀ pé máà nìyí kò ní rísì kankan láti parọ́ 56 days ni wọ́n fi aṣọ dì lójú ẹ wo inú òkùnkùn téèyàn wà for 24 hours for 26 days àwọn tí wọ́n fojú winá ogun lélẹ́yìí so kò mọ̀ nǹkankan kò mọ̀nà táwọn tó kù gbà ó wá fẹ́ gba ojú ọ̀nà kan ó bìlí pé òun gbóhùn àwọn èèyàn ọ̀gá àwọn ajínigbé yẹn wá pè òun padà pé ń bo ló ń lọ òun rò pé ibi táwọn tó kù ń gbà ní pé ibẹ̀ yẹn kọ́ náà gbà ó ibi ìná gbà náà tó dàrẹ́ tẹ̀ náà tó fìyàn tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn kó tó lọ rìn báwọn tó kù lójú ọ̀nà.
But as I said, they really tried in terms of feeding.
You were talking about how, the commander came and, said, they should let you guys go. You almost lost your way. You almost lost your way, but you ended up finding your way to meet. Were you able to meet up with your colleagues and the children?
Yes. He followed me since he knows the route, so he followed me. So he was telling me to move. So I was running faster until I met them.
Okay. And how did you guys make it to the village where you now met up with the? How did you? Were you on a motorcycle? Because it must have been a long distance.
Yes. So when I said when he showed me the way when I was running to meet my people, so we trekked like 40 to 1 hour before we go to where they provided the motorcycle for Okada for us. 1 hour.
Hello? Yeah, you trekked for 1 hour.
40 to 1 hour. I can't say precisely, but no, it's no more than 1 hour. Yeah, they provided just a motorcycle that will carry us.
Okay.
So that place that they now took us with the motorcycle, then they brought us to the nearest village. So they dropped us there that they said they can't go again. That we should use our leg to trek. So we now trek for like 1 hour plus again before we get to that nearest city called village called Alausa.
Alarusa. Is it Alarusa or Alausa?
Alausa. Okay. The local government. Alausa.
Okay.
The route to the truth, so I now run to the direction he told me the truth, so he followed me. So as I was running, I was looking at the back so that he won't shoot me. So we trekked from that place, like 40 to 1 hour to where they provided motorcycle and main bike Okada that took us.
We trek for 40 to 1 hour, 40 minutes to 1 hour. Káwọn tó débi tó Okada ti ń dúró dè wọ́n.
From that bush, near to the nearest village.
Okay, so they
when it was for like 1 hour 30 minutes to that village, they now stopped. They said they can't go further again.
Ẹ ti gbọ́dọ̀ báyìí ìrìn tí ọ̀kadà bá rìn fún 1 hour 30 minutes àwọn tí kọ́kọ́ fẹsẹ̀ rìn 1 hour ọ̀kadà tó wá rìn another 1 hour 30 minutes ìrìn tó ọ̀kadà bá fi 1 hour 30 minutes rìn ẹni tó bá fẹsẹ̀ rìn how many hours ni ó fi rìn? That is number one.
Also, they stopped and they told us to move with our leg. So we moved for 1 hour 30 minutes with our leg both.
Wọ́n tún fẹsẹ̀ wọn rìn fún 1 hour 30 minutes mi lẹ́yìn tó ọ̀kadà drop wọn.
The principal, the VP, the staff, the students, and the purpose. So we checked for 1 hour 30 minutes before we get to where those things are going to rescue. Government said to come and rescue us with.
Okay. So you now move to where the people, the army people were waiting for you.
Waiting for them.
What village was it?
Before we got to that village, we got to
how did you cope in terms of hygiene? In terms of going to the toilet, having your bath, keeping yourself clean in such a very, very unsafe environment in the open with all the rain falling and all that. How did you cope with your personal hygiene?
Actually, I welcome once again, as I said. So, in terms of hygiene, as I said earlier, they really tried in terms of feeding. Okay with me.
All right, thank God.
Usually when we go there, we pray twice in a day, in the morning and in the evening.
Okay.
But the food they were giving us was just rice, little beans, with salt maggi and oil.
Okay.
Throughout our stay in that place for that episode, they did not taste anything called pepper.
Okay. No pepper?
No pepper, no pepper. So we're eating only rice, little beans, onions, and maggi and salt. So when the oil finished, we're eating only rice, maggi and salt. ate that for 7 good weeks. So that was how before we got there, so they told us we are going to meet 2 rivers, we met the 2 rivers. So when we got to the other second river, the river was into the bank. So because our principal was the one that led, so I was at the back. I was at the back, so there were like maybe 2 or 3 children that ran to work. So despite all what we went through, I carried the little one. There was a particular one called testimony. I was the one that took that one. I carried that on my neck. So I was just going to, when we got to that river, nobody was able to cross. They were crying. This is the way they would die. So I am brought up from Mondo, so I went inside the river directly. Before I got inside the river, I took one stick. So I was checking the depth, how deep the river was. Hello?
I'm with you.
So when I got how deep the river was, I went the first time to check how deep it was so that I would not be able to follow. So I came back to another route. So when I saw the one that was no more that deep, so I tried the best I can. So I was the one that carried most of those little kids throughout the river to the other bank. Even some of those elders, they couldn't go through the river. So I was the one that carried most of them, just really for some people that cross the river to the hand so that the river won't carry them away. There was even a little boy that the river wanted to deep inside the river, so I quickly took him out. So when we crossed that river, so I was telling them as I was taking them out to the other bank, I was saying continue moving because what I am perceiving before we get to the village is still far. When they told us to be going, they said in the next 1 hour we are going to reach one village. So when we were moving, I told my people, it's what I saw. I'm seeing. We are going to take like 2 hours.
Can you imagine?
So they told us.
Papa.
1 hour. I said that is what they will tell you. They will not tell you it's like 2 hours. So the first one now said they should not go, that they should wait till everybody cross the river. Hello?
I'm with you.
So when everybody crossed the river, so we told our secondary school students that they should lead. Because when I got to that river, you asked a question earlier, you said how were we taking our bait? So for that 56 days, we the teachers, we didn't take our bait.
Àwọn teacher wẹ̀ fún dídí ọjọ́ 56 days. Wọn ò lè fọyín gan náà. Àbí àwọn tán so lọ́wọ́ tán so lẹ́sẹ̀ bóná ìfẹ́ jẹun, bóná ìfẹ́ fọyín jàre.
56 days, we didn't wash our clothes.
Wow.
So when those guys were going, so immediately when they moved, like let me say 2 minutes, they ran back, they said, Oga. I said what? The principal said what? They said that they saw 2 little G. They don't know.
Now, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí wọ́n ti rìn, tán ti kó omi odò, tán ti rìn bíi 2 hours. Àwọn tí wá sọ pé káwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó jẹ́ secondary school students káwọn ó sún síwájú, káwọn máa lùsọ níwájú so that àwọn teacher rí bí máa monitor àwọn kéékèèké bọ̀, wọ́n á gbé àwọn tán bá lè gbé, wọ́n ó fa àwọn tán bá lè fà lọ́wọ́. Àwọn students yẹn ló wá sọ pé àwọn rí mọ́tò méjì níwájú náà wá padà wá bá àwọn ọ̀gá wọn. Àwọn tó ń bẹ̀ ń dúró dè wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń bọ̀. Àjọsọyépọ̀ ti wà láàrin àwọn security agencies àti àwọn ISWAP. Clarification táwa ń gbìyànjú àti make nìyẹn. Yìí sáwọn gangan wọ́n rí ìjà wọn gbà lọ wọn. Tàbí pàwọn yẹn wá ń sá ibi tán ti wá fẹ́ sá lọ, ìròyìn tán kọ́kọ́ fún wa nìyẹn. Pé ibi tán ti wá ń sá lọ wọ́n wá ń bọ́ sọ́wọ́ àwọn security agent because ọ̀nà kan ṣoṣo làwọn security agent yìí ń tọ̀. They were moving in one route. Igbó yẹn tóbi ju tí wọ́n lè fọ́n ká lọ. Ọ̀hẹ́s security agent gan sọnù o. Omi tó bá mọ níwọ̀n láàárẹ̀ lásì. Ọ̀nà kan ṣoṣo báyìí ni wọ́n ń tọ̀ ní gbogbo wọn ń tọ̀. Ìjà bára wa sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. So wọ́n kàn package àwọn fídíò díẹ̀ fún wa. Bọ́n ṣe rìn lórí àpáta, wọ́n ṣe tomato lera wọn advert session. Àwa náà ti rí polówó ọjà àti overwhelmed. Àwọn security agent wọ́n try o, wọ́n ṣe gbá wọ́n ṣàwo o, wọ́n try lóòótọ́. At least wọ́n sáde bí kan tán fi rá wọn tí wọ́n jí gbé, tí wọ́n fi láǹfààní àti rí wọn tán fi gbé wọn wálé. Wọ́n try. Ṣùgbọ́n oríyìn tí wọ́n gbà ó pọ̀ ju iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe lọ. Àkàndọ̀rọ̀ àwọn kòǹkò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi nìkan sì kọ́ mọ́ sọ, mo mọ̀ báwọn èèyàn kọ̀ọ̀kan náà realize. Oríyìn ta fáwọn security agent tán lọ sọ́jà wà ń bẹ̀ navy wà ń bẹ̀ air force wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn special clinic kan látọ̀dọ̀ national security adviser wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ civil defence ń bẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ àwọn DSS ń bẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ ọdẹ ń bẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ vigilante ń bẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ all labour lost lórí téèni. táwa tiẹ̀ sì ń sọ pé gbogbo àwọn tó lọ yẹ ó yẹ kán fún ọ ní special owó kán fún ọ ní special promotion. àwọn tó kú nínú àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ológun kọ́ lọ́wọ́ fọ̀run kẹ́ wọn a kàn fi wọ́n ṣòfò lásán ni. àdẹ̀ fi wọ́n ṣòfò lásán àwọn kú káwọn ọmọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé wà láyé ni. láti bí odò yẹn wọ́n tún rí another 2 hours. mo nígbàgbọ́ pé ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tí ń wò mí ẹ̀ ń pìkì point mi ni pé no contact láàrin àwọn security agencies pẹ̀lú àwọn tó jí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìgbé wọn ò fojú kanra rárá ṣóńṣó méjì ni wọn ò fojú kanra wọn distance yẹn jìn ju pé kán fojú kanra wọn lọ wọn ò ríra wọn o moment tán dẹ̀ ti rí àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àtàwọn olùkọ́ wọn àwọn sọ́jà ń bọ̀ nílé ni kò sẹ́ni tó tún wọnú igbó mọ́ because wọn bá sì wà nù gbódì sìn máa wá tí ò sọnù káàkiri àwọn tí wọ́n release kò sí bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ júwe ọ̀nà ibi tí wọ́n fọ̀kadà gbé wọn gbà kò sí bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ fẹnu júwe ọ̀kadà ò ní máa lọ ọ̀nà straight rárá o so ká níbi tí wọ́n ti ń dáko ni tí wọ́n ti ń lọ lemọ́lemọ́ wọ́n lè ṣàpèjúwe tẹ́ bá dé igi mọ́ngòrò kan ẹ wàá rìn síwájú ẹ wàá rí igi ọdán kan ẹ wàá rí igi àgbálùmọ́ abẹ́ igi àgbálùmọ́ yẹn ẹ rí ànà kan lọ́wọ́ òsì ìyẹn ló ṣe é júwe o. Oh, God bless you sir. Wọ́n ní so the soldier that tó kú how come then that is the first day tí wọ́n jí àwọn ọmọ yìí gbé ni sójà yẹn ti kú ọjọ́ tán ti kọ́kọ́ jí àwọn ọmọ yìí gbé àwọn tó rush tẹ̀lé àwọn kinní yìí ni wọ́n ju àdó olóró sí àwọn yìí làwọn yẹn tó kú tàwọn tó farapa that was the first day ọjọ́ Friday yẹn gangan May 15 ni sójà yẹn ti kú kì í ṣe ń gbà tán lọ rescue wọn yìí o rárá o láti first day yẹn náà làwọn tó farapa náà ló ti farapa o ẹnìkan kò tó farapa mọ́ o.
And prior to our release, they have been telling us in the bush that if government doesn't dialogue with them, cooperate with them, they are going to kill all the elders. They will take the students and the pupils, they will go and do all manners of things to them. So those students, including us, the staff, we were thinking we have gotten from frying pan to fire. Then we saw those 2 buses. So when we saw those 2 buses, we the teachers, so we were using kinesis, body language to communicate to ourselves what happened again. So we told them that they should show us their ID card. So they were the 2.
Now, wọ́n rà àwọn DSS wọ́n believe pé DSS ni wọ́n gbé mọ́tò dúró sílẹ̀ wọ́n ń dúró dè wọ́n ò wọnú mọ́tò wọn ò dẹ̀ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ yẹn wọnú mọ́tò FID card yàn wá wọ́n FID card hàn wọ́n tó trust náà wọ́n láwọn rí tinted glass mọ́tò pé bọ́n bá káwọn nu ilé nísìnyí tán wá káwọn kúrò Nàìjíríà tán káwọn gba Republic of Benin lọ ta ni ó mọ̀ pé àwọn ń bẹ nu mọ́tò wọn ò wọlé ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ náà.
The DSS that came to rescue us with the bus, they were the ones said that bus. So they were now smiling. But what made us to be afraid, to panic more, is that we were speaking in Hausa language. Hello?
Okay,
So we were saying God scared us to some Hausa people. We now fall into another Hausa people again. Can you see the tragedy? So we were scared. So when we told them to show us their ID card, so they were just smiling. They said we should calm down. We should put our mind at rest. It is the government that sent them. So I look at the plate number. I told my principal, I said, I am afraid, I am scared. This motor has no number plate. They said it is true. This motor it is a tinted glass. If they are tying us to Mali as they are saying, maybe they want to go and sell us or taking us to another place, nobody will be able to see what is inside this bus. Hello?
Yeah, that's true.
So, and later on, so I came back to the back of the bus again. I saw them, they wrote invitations of this Quran citation. It was written in Arabic, yes, in Arabic. I said, hey, my people, what are you going to do? Hello?
Was it in the bus?
Sir?
Was this in the bus?
At the back of the bus, there was a sticker that was
okay.
Okay. So it was Arabic language was was sitting on that speaker. So when the two DSS, when they knew that we were paid, so they called the number. When they called the number, so our principal saw the person they called. So the person also first was speaking in.
God bless you, sir. Mr. Wikonko, my question is, according to this interview, it means the military are aware of their coming, and from what I see, it is clear the release was an agreement between both parties. God bless you, sir. That is my point. That is part of my point. Gbogbo akọ́la lè dákẹ́. Èmi ti mọ̀ wípé ìsídà kan manipulate àwọn teachers yẹn pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ sí public, but mo mọ̀ pé ìkànnì wọn sá sọ̀rọ̀ ṣá. Because tàn bá sọ̀rọ̀ ọgbẹ́ ọkàn ni yóò jẹ́ fún wọn, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa jẹ ìyà yẹn fúnra lára wọn dọjọ́ alẹ́, because àní mo bí tá a ti fẹ́ kọ́ mi. Kò ní síbi tá a ti lè gbèjà wọn. Kódà kan promise wọn kan mọ́ fulfill ẹ̀ gan àní mọ̀. The captive never knew the types of negotiation that was between the bandits and government for them to be released at all. Pàápàá wọ́n mọ̀. You are very correct, sir. Àwọn tó wà nígbèkùn wọ́n mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe negotiate lórí ilé ayé àwọn yẹn kàn sáà dé wípé ó dá o lónìí lẹ̀ ń lọ lé o ó tán nǹkan mọ̀ nìyẹn. Now mo wá jáde wípé kọ́nẹ̀ kan ní ó possible kí wọ́n san ransom. Ẹgbọ́n gba tí mo sọ kọ́nẹ̀ kan jáde wípé ohun ọgbà pé ó possible kí ìjọba san ransom. So látún wá sọ pé kò tún ó ní we didn't see dead kidnapper, there was no confrontation, maybe ransom was paid. Mo jáde láti wá ṣe program yẹn náà. There was no confrontation. Ó ní àárí òkú kidnapper kankan, kò sí confrontation kankan, kò sí confrontation nínú gbogbo ẹjọ́ tí màá yí rò kalẹ̀ yìí nìsín. Wọ́n release wọn, wọ́n rìn wọ́n débi odò, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé àwọn ọmọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yẹn kọjá ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Wọ́n ní débi táwọn DSS ń gbé mọ́tò méjì dúró dè wọ́n, ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n láti wọnú mọ́tò níbi tá a bá rọ̀ dénú. Confrontation wá dà. Àwọn ìwé náà wá neutralize because àwọn DSS ló ẹ̀sẹ̀ kó àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àtàwọn teacher wọn rèé báwọn sọ́jà níbi táwọn yẹn wà. How many kilometers ní DSS kó wọn rìn tán fi dọ́dọ̀ àwọn sọ́jà? Confrontation ti wà. Irọ́ yẹn la lè gbà. Na lie we no fit collect. Ibo ni confrontation ti wáyé. So brother mi tó pè mí tó ló wà disappointed pẹ̀lú ètò tí mo ṣe pé mo ní mi ọgbà báwọn sọ́jà gba oríyìn tí ò tọ́ sí wọn. Mo mọ̀ pé yóò ti clear so náà báyìí àti irú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ tó tún nírú ẹ̀ lọ́kàn. I still maintain that there was a confrontation. Bóyá yìí lẹ wà ńbẹ̀ ẹ maintain ẹ̀ dọ́là ẹni tó wà ńbẹ̀ ní àwọn rìnrìn kò sí confrontation. Wọ́n gbà wọn dé school àwọn kan tó ẹsẹ̀ mọ́ gbà wọn lọ Ìbàdàn ẹni confrontation wà ajẹ́pẹ́ yìí lẹ confront wọn gbà náà.
Challenge the person now speaking English that we should be rest assured that he is assuring us that it is government that came to rescue us. So after that, he said we are now still sure. He now called one person that is Yoruba, that one now speaking English, that one now spoke Yoruba. So he now say, "Ẹ̀yin ẹ̀fọ́ kan balẹ̀, ẹ má worry ẹ ní Soro, àwa náà làwa yé yín." So that was how we were. He now calm down. They now happy. So that was how they rescued us back to our school. Then from that place we were taken to Ibadan.
Ọ̀tàn bí ọ̀tàn o. Ọ̀tàn bí ọ̀tàn o, kùrùkẹrẹ ọ̀tàn po. Ńgbà tí wọ́n gbọ́ ẹni tó sọ Yorùbá sí wọn pé ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ àwa náà la rán wọn kí wọ́n wá gbé yín ni wọ́n tó jẹ́ káwọn DSS ó gbé wọn. Please hope the Nigeria army won't be pursue this man láíláí kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe, and please what can United Nations UN do to help this man safety after this convention? Ó lè apply fún asylum o, because mo mọ̀ pé inú máa bí wọn bí àṣírí tí ń túnú ṣe oríṣiríṣi pépà ló máa gbé báyìí. Topic of discussion mi àwọn sọ́jà parọ́ fún wa, security agencies parọ́ fún wa, ó clear ó ṣe é sọ. ẹ̀ǹtàn jígbé leléyìí ẹ̀ ń wà bí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ leléyìí òun ló rìn òun ló káwọn èèyàn kọjá lódò òun ló gbé àwọn tó ń jọjọ rìn òun náà fa handcuff sí lọ́wọ́ òun ló nira kan tó yọ handcuff lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òun lọ sọ fáwọn tó kù pé ká má wọnú mọ́tò DSS yẹjá wò dáadáa o ká má gbé alọ́ ìlú mi o òun lọ gbọ́rọ̀ lórí fóònù pé ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ àwa náà la rán wọn kí wọ́n wá gbé yín aràn wọn kí wọ́n wá gbé yín that is a ti mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń bọ̀ la fi ní kán dúró dè síbẹ̀ yẹn kán wá gbé yín negotiation ti wáyé èmi ti clear lọ́kàrà tèmi báwọn majority náà tó jẹ́ tán mọ̀ síbi tọ̀dọ̀ mi aláìgbàgbọ́ àwọn náà ti clear báwọn a expect footage kankan mọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ security agencies tó rà ti mọ̀ pé kò sí footage tán fẹ́ produce tàbí tán fẹ́ present rather a expect kí wọ́n show picture àwọn tí wọ́n arrest mọ́ tàbí fídíò tàbí footage àwọn tán arrest tó rà ti mọ̀ pé kò sí arrest kankan tó wáyé yàtọ̀ sáwọn tí wọ́n ti mú tẹ́lẹ̀ lórí logistic kì í ṣe nínú igbó náà ti rescue àwọn náà ti arrest anybody.
Yorùbá Parapọ̀ TV ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹ máa wò ó ẹ subscribe síbẹ̀ ẹ like ẹ bó bá ṣe ń lọ àwa ò ní jẹ́ kétí yín ó di sí o Yorùbá Parapọ̀ TV àgbàlẹ́tù ọmọdé làwọ̀.